Hey Hyunjun, so we're going to get started on our first circuit of exercises here. I'll do them so that you can follow along if you need to. The first set is going to be a set of good mornings, they're called, which are kind of like the beginnings of touching your toes, but we won't go all the way down. We won't stretch those muscles. But you'll start out, I'll do 10 reps of these, but you can start out with 8 or whatever feels comfortable. You always want to shoot for between 8 and increase to maybe 15 or 20 as you get a little better at them. And then once you can do 15, typically you need to increase the intensity by making it slightly more advanced by adding weight or putting a hold in there or something. I'll show you that later. But for right now, I'll do 10 good mornings. So you just stand with your feet about shoulder apart, doesn't really matter exactly. Stand up straight, shoulders back, and hands straight over your head, and then hinging at the hip. So in other words, keeping your back straight and just so your spine shouldn't bend at all. You just bend over and with your hands straight out in front, like they're locked to your ears almost. They don't have to be together, but just don't let your hands, your arms extend any further. And then down halfway like that. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. That's called good mornings. Now the next exercise we'll do is the sumo squat, which I believe I showed you before, but we're going to make it a little bit easier. We're going to start out more basic, which is actually the way I started out with my trainer, and I just failed to do that with you. So when we do the sumo squat, it's really just the motion of getting in and out of a chair. It's really the best way to describe it. It's a very important exercise, particularly as you get older. It's one that they really insist that elderly people be able to do effectively in order to stay independent. If you can't get out of a chair, you're really in bad shape. So you do this a number of times, then eventually you'll add weight, and you can gain a lot of strength, in your hip flexors and in your core. So it's a very important all-body exercise, really, I'd call it, sumo squat. So to start out, just do it with a chair behind you. So you can be pretty much right up against the back of the chair. And again, it's all about form. So keeping your back pretty straight, and you can put your arms out to the side or even in at first if this is too challenging for you. But probably if you can do it, just put your arms straight out in front of you like so. And then you want to concentrate. You want to actually hinge your hip a little bit. So don't bend your back, and keep your shins, the lower parts of your legs, vertical. So your butt kind of goes back a bit, and you squat down, trying to keep your legs, the bottoms of your legs, your shins vertical, and just down into that chair. Don't rest your weight on it, and then back up again. 1, just touch it. 2, and that way you won't go down too far. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so when we do that in more advanced mode, you can really increase it pretty easily, very gradually as you move up. So with a medicine ball, just close to your chest even, you can go down. Again, it's about hinging at the hip a little bit at first, and keeping those. Don't let your knees get way out in front of your toes as you go down. And then you can squat down. And then eventually you want to just be able to hold it straight out in front of you. But again, not for the beginning, but just as you progress, you increase from maybe 8, 10 reps of these to 20. And once you can do 20, then it's time to add the medicine ball. And once you can do 20 with the medicine ball, just holding it like this, you want to extend it out in front of you. So we'll do that together. So now set number 3 is a side lunge. So again, it's a good mobility exercise. It's particularly good for just making sure that you stay injury free when you're doing any kind of basic activity. So you just stand up straight with your feet together, and you just step directly to the side with one foot. We'll do 10 on the right and then 10 on the left. So you step and you just bend down like so a little bit. I don't know if I'm describing this too well. And we're going to do that 10 times. So it's 1. Let me just start again. I'm sorry. I'm having trouble with my screen here. Okay, I need to change the screensaver on that. So again, it's step to the side. And you can just, eventually we'll hold a medicine ball or a weight, but I'll just do it because I feel more comfortable doing it. But just do it without any weight at all at first. So you just step to the side. As you get more advanced, you can step further, but I don't want you to overstretch. So just step to the side, and then keeping your back straight, you just kind of go into a partial, like you're doing a squat, but just with one leg. So that's just 1, 2. You certainly don't want to bend your knee more than 90 degrees. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then we'll do the other side. Staying, your leg is going directly out to the side in that plane. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. All right. And the next one is just your basic push-up. So I don't really know where you're at on this, so there's a couple ways to do it. So the easiest way to do a push-up, to build up to it slowly, is to just do it against a desk or a countertop or something. So you just kind of put your legs, it's a little bit hard to see here, but you just put your legs out behind you like this, so you're, maybe 45 degrees or so. It doesn't really matter. And your hands are on the edge of the table. And then you can just bring your chest right to the edge of the table. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to do 10 of these. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And in addition to that, if you want to build those triceps up a little and the shoulders up a little more quickly, just occasionally you can just do a straight plank. It doesn't feel like you're doing much, but if you hold it for 10, 20 seconds, it's actually a very good exercise. Hopefully I'm in the video screen here. You just go into a push-up position, so your legs are just straight out behind you. Your hands are pretty much directly under your shoulders, and your fingers are facing forward with your thumb out to the inside. And your back is straight. You're not up in the air. You're not arched this way. You kind of keep good core tightness there. And this is just the beginning stage of a push-up. And if you hold this for a while, it actually gets pretty challenging. So that's a really good way to get good at push-ups, is just to practice the plank first. And then eventually, or if you feel like it, if you're strong enough now, just go right into the push-ups. But when we get to that point, we'll do that. But again, it's just keeping your back straight, bringing your chest to the floor in one smooth motion. It's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. But feel free to practice that plank exercise you know, you can just increase the time periodically during the day. That's actually a hard exercise, and it's considered a whole body exercise. There's a reason they do that in the military. It actually develops a lot. You can see even just a normal push-up for me is actually pretty challenging. So the next we're going to move over is we're going to do the bicep muscles. So it's called bent over rows. This is a good exercise because we're going to keep things a little asymmetrical here, which really forces you to engage your core. When you do something that's totally symmetric, or both hands or arms are doing the exact same thing, you don't engage your core as much. But when you do one arm at a time with the dumbbells, it forces your core to compensate, and that's really good. And that's like a normal activity that you do. So you just take a chair like so, and I think 15 pounds is the right weight for you. You can get whatever dumbbells you want at some point. It's good to have a few of different weights, but I think 15 is probably the right weight for you. So I just put my left knee on a padded chair like this, and I just bend over like this. It's not exactly important exactly how far, but you know, bent most of the way over. Excuse me. And bent most of the way over. And then with the dumbbell just down, just straight below your shoulder, you're going to pull straight up like you're pulling it up into your armpit, and that's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep your back straight. 8, 9, 10. And then the other side. So you can see what I'm doing. I'll switch around. I just hold on for support and have my knee. Where your leg placement in your knee is not super important, but the main thing is just your back is fairly straight, you're mostly bent over, and your dumbbell is directly below your shoulder, and then up into your armpit. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's bicep, it gets your back to 5, 6, and it forces you to engage your core a little bit as well. 7, 8, 9, 10. And again, start out with like 8 on each side, left and right, and then increase slowly over the days or weeks as you feel comfortable until you reach 15. When you reach 15, we're going to increase the weight. But we'll worry about that when we get to it. Okay, now I think I showed you this before, but I'm just throwing it in here again. It's the medicine ball chops. They're not too hard. You can use the lightest medicine ball to begin with. And again, just stand shoulder width apart, and you just like you're chopping wood, get a firm grip on the medicine ball. These are slippery, so you just kind of hold it up above your head about like this, and just like you're chopping wood, it's just 1, 2. Again, engage your core so you're not overextending your back or anything like that. 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can slow these down as much as you want. 7, 8, 9, 10. And then as you get more comfortable with it, you increase the intensity by squeezing it harder and doing it faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And so set number 7 is medicine ball under the leg. So this is a good balance and mobility exercise. I don't do this enough, but I'm definitely recommending that you include this in your basic set here. So it's really very simple. You're going to stand, again, feet shoulder width apart, and you're going to lift. We'll start out with your right leg. You're going to lift your leg up like so, and you're going to pass the medicine ball underneath. You don't have to do this quickly. You're going to just pass it from one hand to the other, and then you're going to lift the left leg up like so, and you're going to pass it from the inside around. I'll show you. So anyway, I'll do 10 of these. Lift it. It's 1. Try and keep your back straight. Try and stay upright. 2. 1. That's actually 2. 3. 3. 4. 4. 5. 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. And then the other way, we're going to repeat. So that was the right, and then this is the left. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 7, 7, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10, and 10. So we're done with that. And then the last set in this circuit is, actually we're not done with that. It's just a very easy around the waist medicine ball. So we're just going to go stand up, same position, and we're just going to pass the medicine ball behind your back very slowly, like so. 1, 2, as you get more comfortable, you can go faster, but these are slippery and they'll tend to fly out of your hands. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2. Start with the lightest ball. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stay upright. Try not to bend or move any part of your body other than your arms and shoulders. 11, 12. All right, that's the first circuit of 8 exercises, and I will create the next circuit for you as I get a chance, but you can start out with this and let me know how it goes. Thanks.